Hi everyone, happy Good Friday. Welcome back to this week's Technical Insights. This week market news that caught traders and investors by surprise was the OPEC Plus output cut. Oil prices jumped more than $5 a barrel on Monday's April the 3rd and jolted by a surprise announcement by OPEC Plus to cut production further in an effort to support market stability. Brent crude hit the highest in nearly a month at the open, trading at $85.56 a barrel, up about $5.67 or 7.1%. WTI crude touched its highest since late January and was at $81.08 a barrel, up $5.41 or about 7.2%. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries and their allies, including Russia, shook markets by announcing production cuts by about 1.16 million barrels per day on Sunday. The group known as OPEC Plus had been expected to maintain its earlier decision to cut the output by 2 million per barrel per day until December. The pledge brings the total volume of cuts by OPEC Plus to 3.66 million barrels per day according to Reuters calculation, equaling 3.7% of global demand. As a result, Goldman Sachs lowered its end 2023 production forecast by OPEC Plus by 1.1 million barrels per day and raised their Brent price forecast to $95 to $100 a barrel in 2023 and 2024 respectively. Singapore oil and gas stocks were also up upon the announcement. So let us now move to the chart and see if the advances are likely to carry on. The first oil and gas stock that we'll be analyzing this week is Keppel Corp. For the past 1 week, Keppel Corp share price is up 4.83%. For the past 1 month, it's up 6.16%. Year to date, it's up an impressive 24.1%. Since the low that we observed in February at the price level of $4.57, prices have been on an uptrend and touched a high of $5.99, just 1 cent short of the $6 handle. Critical level to watch for Keppel Corp share price would be the March low that we observed this year at the price level of $5.26. You can also say that there's a bit of consolidation over here, or maybe even the double bottom formations forming over here during the March period. The next level to watch out will be the December high that we saw here, which is at the price level of $5.03, and just slightly below that you have a September double top high, which is at the price level of $4.91. So you can see these two price levels near the $5 handle is actually pretty close and would also signal to us that there may be strong buying opportunities over here. However, the first support level would likely be the 20 days moving average at $5.51, followed by the March low at $5.26. Next, let's move to the indicator. If you look at the MACD indicator, the latest reading on Thursday is 0.029. That means that the reading is a positive reading above the zero baseline, hence it is telling us that there's positive momentum in the share prices. The MACD line is also seen diverging away from the signal line, which means that there's also positive momentum in the share price right now. However, the MACD histogram actually have a weaker reading as compared to the previous 2 days trading period. So that is also a hint to us that the uptrend that we see so far might have a weak momentum coming in the next few days. The RSI indicator latest reading on Thursday is 72.84, coming down from the high on Tuesday at the reading of 76. So this reading above the 70-point mark is actually in the overbought zone, which also signals to us that there may be a mean reversion or an inflection point where prices will reverse lower. So with both the MACD indicator and the RSI signaling to us that there might be a reversion happening soon, we can say that the next support level for Keppel Corp share price is likely to be the $5.51 20 days moving average level, or even the March low that we see at $5.26. The second oil and gas stock that we'll be analyzing this week is Sembcorp Marine. For the past 1 week, share price is up 4.35%. For the past 1 month, it's up 8.11%, but year to date, it's down a disappointing 12.41%. Since the low that we observed in March 13, the price level of around 10 cents, prices have been on an uptrend and hit a high of 12.5 cents on the 3rd of April. However, prices closed last Friday slightly lower at the 12 cents reading. So the latest closing price of 12 cents actually coincides with the double top formation last year during the June and August period. So a double top formation is actually a strong resistance level, and if prices were to close below this line, the 12 cents level, which would indicate that this resistance level is likely to hold. And if this resistance level is likely to hold, prices were to retrace lower, the next critical support level you have would be the September low as well as the March low. Both of them have found confluence at the 10 cents level. So this double bottom formation would also be a strong support level for Sembcorp Marine share price as well. And just slightly below this, we have the May low last year, which is at a price level of about 9 cents. So these are the few critical levels for Sembcorp Marine share prices. For the MACD indicator, you can see that the MACD reading as of last Thursday is 0.002, which means that it is still slightly above zero. A slightly positive reading means a little bit of an uptrend momentum presence in the share price right now. However, the MACD line and the signal line is sort of a diverging away from each other. However, the divergence seems to be subsiding. If you look at the MACD histogram, it's also signaled to us that on Thursday and of the day before Wednesday, the uptrend momentum that we observed in the share price is also showing signs of weakening going ahead. The RSI indicator latest reading on Thursday is 54.62, coming from a high of about 57-point reading on Wednesday. So that means it's close to the 50-point reading, which means that there's also little uptrend momentum in the share price right now. So which means that Sembcorp Marine share price, the uptrend is likely to be weakened further in the weeks ahead. And if a reversion were to happen, the next support level, you have the 20 days moving average at 11 cents. And of course, the double bottom formation that we see over here at the 10 cents level, which should provide a strong support for Sembcorp Marine share price. The final oil and gas stock that we'll be analyzing this week will be Geo Energy Resources. For the past 1 week, Geo Energy Resource share price is up 3.13%. For the past 1 month, it's up 4.76%. Year to date, it is only up 1.54%. Since the low that we observed in March this year at the price of 0.285, prices actually went up to a high of about 0.345 for 34.5 cents. Now, this was also the level that we observed in January as well. And if you combine these two tops that has formed during the January to March period, we have sort of a double top formation, which is a bearish formation, hence telling us that there might be a strong resistance around this level of 34.5 cents. Earlier, before in 2022, you can see that during the September period, this 34 cents or 34.5 cents level was actually a support level used during the September period for the bounce to a high of 42 cents. So this level now have a change in polarity from a support to become a resistance level for Geo Energy Resource share prices. Now, if prices were to reverse, then the next few support levels that you'll be looking at will be, of course, the December low period, which is around the 30 or 30.5 cents level for Geo Energy Resource share price. Or even if prices were to go lower, I wouldn't be surprised if we retest the March low at around 0.285. Now let's look at the indicator. The MACD indicator, latest reading on Thursday is 0.003, which is just slightly above the 0-point neutral mark or the zero baseline. So that means that there's a very slight hint of an uptrend, positive momentum still present in Geo Energy share price right now. However, you can see that the MACD line is actually starting to converge towards the signal line. It means that there may be a change of direction of the uptrend that we observed since the low of March. The MACD histogram also hints to us that the current uptrend momentum that we are observing is also slightly weakened because the past 2 trading sessions has shown that the MACD histogram is showing sign of weakness already. The RSI indicator since the peak that we saw on Tuesday at a level of 71.28 has come down to Thursday closing of 59.58. Now, the reading on Tuesday at above the 70-point mark is actually a overbought signal, which means that a reversal is likely going to happen. And the downtrend that you see in the RSI indicator is likely to continue at least until the 50-point neutral mark in the RSI indicator. So both the MACD and the RSI is telling us that the uptrend momentum that we see since the bottom in March is actually weakening right now. And there may be a possible reversal because the RSI have reached the 70-point mark actually on Tuesday already. So with that, I think Geo Energy share price is likely going to retrace lower and retest the December low at least at 30 cents or 30.5 cents, and will even go lower to see and retest the March low of about 0.285. So that's all we have for this week's Technical Insights video. We hope you find that useful. In the meantime, trade safe, and we'll see you again next week in next week's video.